The next repetition goes down, like 8. Wait. So if they look away just briefly, but then look back, treat that. If they look away and they stay looking away for at least 3 seconds, you gotta start over. And you know that that was a little bit too long for them. And the next repetition, you go down a little bit. What's Austin doing?
We're at 21.
Right. Hi, Mike.
28. Oops.
Oh, treat him for that.
34.
He looked away and then looked back. Good. Hi, Mike. Sit. Okay. Mike. Mike, look. Hi, Mike. Mike. Look. Good boy. So where's Layla's baseline? Nice. Austin's baseline is 25. So yeah, like if you walk them every day, just stop for a couple minutes, 5 minutes at the most if you can, and just practice it. And increase your baseline in a more, just where there's more distractions, so you can get their attention on you better when you're loose walking and sticky situations.
Hey.
All right, the next thing we're gonna do is automatic sits. So it's going to help your loose walking, and if your dog's getting a little anxious, environment changes, or just anything like they do, taking them out, putting them in a sit is like taking them out of drive and putting them back in the car. And it kind of gives them a reset and kind of desensitize a little bit. And it also gets them to refocus on you. So what you're going to do is we're going to practice with our puppets here. So, come here. Mike. Good job. Come here. Here, Mama. So, I want you to have your leash. Good job, Layla.
Out of her mouth. I gave her a treat and he got close and she just spit it right out of her mouth.
So you're gonna have your leash and your clicker in the opposite side that they're on. On my left side. Handful of treats. You're going to ask them to sit before you want them to sit, because before you stop, because if you stop and then ask them to sit, they're gonna be 6 feet in front of you. Okay, so you need to be connected with them. So you're gonna have your treats here, free. And then my last stride, sit. And some dogs aren't used to sitting in heel position, because we always ask them to sit in front of us, and that's okay if it takes a little bit longer for them to get used to sitting on our side. You need to sit around in front of them. You can. Sit. So, and sit. More focused on me now. Yes, good boy. Third, free. Still gonna have your treat down by the side as you want them next to you in heel position. Sit. So that last stride before I know I want to stop, I'm gonna say sit so they stay next to me. Yes. Good boy. All right, you release word. Come on. I'm going to connect it before you go. Let's go. And I wasn't ready. Got a little ahead of me. We're going to just kind of sit. Yes, good boy. Good boy. So we're going to have to switch. Let's go. Sit. You wanted to come around in front of me in front position and sit. I'm just going to block that forward motion so I can continue in position. Yes, good boy. Right, free. Connected. Sit. Bring them up a little bit more. I'm going to reset. Sit. Try it again. Okay. Nice. Sit. Yes. And I'm just going to get back in position the way I want them, and then that's where I'm going to mark in this position. Free. All right. Lily, you want to try? Sit. 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 Yes. Yes. Good job. Oh, I dropped one right here. There it is. All right. Free. Layla, sit. Yes. Good job. That was pretty. Free. Layla, sit. Nice job, Layla. Free. Layla, sit. Yes. Nice job. Yeah, she definitely is more comfortable on the right side. So we need more practice on the left side. Nice job. Alright, Austin.
Come here. Come.
Hey.
for a spotted boy.
Kind of get close together. We'll come down. As close together as you can. Maybe like we can get like I don't know 6 feet in between. And we're gonna kind of do the do nothing game. So when we're out working our dogs need to just learn how to kind of self-soothe on their own. So like if we don't have to tell them to do stuff all the time. So if we stop, if we're in line at a store, we don't want our dogs pulling on us. We don't want them jumping on the counter. We want them just to chill by our side. They can either sit or lay down. And this is going to come from the do nothing game. It's going to take a lot of patience on the owner's part. So I would treat him. So basically, you're going to stand here, sit here, whatever you want to do. Anytime they show any type of relaxation, you're going to treat them. Click and treat. If treats gets them too kind of jacked up again, then just mark it and do praise, or if they can handle pets. We don't want to do a reinforcement that's going to really get them jacked up again. If they start settling, we want to continue to help them learn to settle. So, and eventually what we want, especially for the reactive dogs, and what we'll practice on in the second level is what they call freeze. So basically, when like I said, if you're stopping in a store or there's a bunch of if you're walking down a street or in a trail, there's a bunch of people coming. You have to get off to the side. You want them to be able to relax, but to keep them under threshold in that situation, they still need to be connected to you. So basically, they need to be sitting or laying down and just staring at you. Yeah. That's called the freeze. So they're in freeze state. So they're basically in freeze, waiting for us to tell them what to do next. But in between that, they need to be glued to us and connected with us and not worry about their environment. Because that's going to help them stay under threshold and not get hyper-focused by looking at all the triggers around them. Has she ever seen a horse before?
No.
She's still there.
No, but
She knows
the
right there.
darker one is
Yeah.
like right with the light.
So basically, if you're doing the do nothing game, so he's set, but then I'm also clicking for him just to keep looking at me. And you don't, at this point in their training, we're normally, when we do the connection game, the focus game, we're like, look at me, and we're making eye contact with them too. We need to start fading eye contact out. So they'll still give us connection and look at us without us looking back at them. So when you're doing this, you can still see them. You can glance at them and glance away. To kind of just use your peripheral, and you'll be able to see whether they're looking at you or not. And that way you can start fading out the eye contact with them. Because a lot of times they're like, you're not looking at me, you have to be looking at me. So we need to teach them that they can look at us and give us their focus without us actually having to give it back to them. Because with reactive dogs, or any dogs, puppies, dogs need impulse control. You want to have your eyes up and looking at your environment the whole time. You want to know what's around you.
down.
Alright, so we do all these exercises and have tools now in your tool belt for your reactive dogs. And now it's time to put them all together. And that can be hard because when you're out in real life situations, obviously you're nervous. You are communicating through the leash that you're nervous to your dog. So we need to get you trained to, instead of going in fight or flight mode, to think through the situation and like, okay, I have this tool, I think this is going to work best in this scenario, we're going to do it. And then that is obviously going to give your dog a lot more confidence. Okay, if you're confident and you know what to do in these situations and help your dog, the more patterns of you doing it, your dog will start doing it in those situations without you even having to do it. And that's the whole point of this training and putting it all together. So we've got some what if scenarios, and if you have any scenarios that you've encountered and you weren't sure what to do, we can go over that too. So I'm going to give you some, make it a little easy, I'm going to give you some, you don't have to just think of it, I'm going to give you some choices. So, and then you're going to we'll pick a couple of these, probably more of the harder ones, and kind of like act it out, so you kind of get some exposure and actually doing it while you're thinking about what's going on. So, the first one is, so you're on a small path, so like you're out on, your apartment, walkway, or in a park, a small narrow path, with your dog. A dog is coming towards you. The dog is very bold, confident. All the weight is on their front of their body, so it's not balanced. So even though they're bold and confident, you see their weight on the front of their chest. It can be like that's a yellow flag. So if you see a dog coming at you like that, and you're like, they may seem friendly, but I don't like that, So what are you going to do in that situation? You've got a small, narrow path, and not much room to get off over on the side. So our choices are shadow position, which is the go behind, sniff and settle, which is where you're going to kind of get off and throw treats on the ground and tell them to go sniff. Zen settle, that's where you're going to get your dog's attention and kind of run away, and they're going to follow you. Obviously, they're going to be on leash. But it kind of gets them jazzed up, thinking like, oh, we're going to play a fun game. And then you come and you bring them in front of you with your back towards the dog and the person walking by, and get connected with them that way. Or leave it and keep on walking. Now, you can use multiple tools at the same time to get through the situation. So, Deb, and if you don't have to use these, those are just options. So what in that situation would you do with Austin? And there's no right or wrong answer because every dog is different, and their skill levels are different.
I would try to use the shadow first and get over to the side as far as I could and put treats down.
Okay.
That could put
Put your dog in a vulnerable position because the other dog may still come at him when he's passing.
So that's where the shadow position is going to be good because you're going to be in front of your dog, and you're going to have to be an advocate for your dog. Another thing is if you see somebody coming and they see you and your dog, and oh, my dog's friendly, let's meet. You gotta get in front of your dog and be an advocate and say no. You can say we're training, we don't want to meet, whatever. But don't be afraid to speak up for your dog. And if you have a really reactive dog and the dog's had trauma where it's actually got an attack before, carry pepper spray with you. Such a nose spray, something to where if that owner's not listening or the dog gets loose, you've got some protection for your dog. Okay?
Do you know where you can buy that?
The pepper spray?
mine's old.
I think you get it replaced probably.
I get Walmart.
Walmart has it.
Walmart used to, I think your hardware stores, I saw it in. Just make sure, if you go to different. If you go to, I went to a concert one time and I had it in if you have it on your key ring or something, or you know, just be aware of places you're going that they might confiscate it because it's not allowed.
Used what?
Yeah, that's
I don't know if it's like actually a spray or if it's more of like a really high pitched sound that like bothers them, but
You
it's
can
just
use
more
that
head
for
parts.
I think it is like some spray thing. I also have a pepper balls. It's mainly for just like protection, but I have a pepper ball gun where it'll shoot. You know, like the paintball. It's got pepper spray in it. But I think the pepper spray is probably the easiest. Or if you don't want to use that, I mean, like the citronella spray. I mean, it won't deter them as much as the pepper spray will, but
Yeah.
you know. So Madison, what would you do in that situation?
With how
Quit.
reactive she normally gets if you were to see other dogs, I would probably start backing up and have her follow me just to get her attention off of them.
So the reverse pressure.
Yeah, and then probably take her off to the side. I would try to keep her back towards them the whole time because I think she would rile them up.
Yeah.
If they're already like yellow flag, I don't know that I would want her to
Yeah. And
entice
that.
them or anything.
Yeah. And it's good to be aware of what the other dog is basically saying to your dog non-verbally, because a lot of that weight on the front as they're coming up at them is basically saying they're going to be dominant over the dog, and it's very put off for your dog if somebody's coming. It's like somebody coming up to you really really fast and you don't know, and you're like, dude, you know, what do you like? Yeah. So, all right, good job. All right, the next one is okay. So again, you're on a small narrow path. Coming behind you is a scooter or bike, something wheeled. What are you gonna do? Choices are zen settle, sniff and settle, shadow position, pivot and follow, or cookie bar, or whatever else you want to do. Madison, I'll let you go first.
I would probably do cookie bar, but just like get off to the side and have her heel on my side and just have her go crazy over all of the treats in my hand to get her away from
Okay.
me, just distracted from it. Yeah, that's probably what I would do.
Okay, good.
Stop being fun.
Has she ever been around with wheeled things like bikes or scooters? What does she do?
Yeah. She doesn't, honestly, they really don't bother her.
Good.
If it was like coming up behind us and
Yeah.
was unexpected, I think it would throw her off a little bit, but
Yeah.
once she realized what it was, I don't know that she'd like totally freak out.
Yeah. And usually, like, even though they're supposed to like stay behind you, like, I almost startle because you don't know until they're right behind you, and of course then that's gonna like your dog's like, what's wrong? So, all right, Dad, what would you do with Austin?
I would get his attention on me with the look at me and get off the trail and cookie bar.
Does he have issues with wheeled things?
He's never seen any.
We don't get out much.
All right. Narrow. Okay, same as the last. So you're on a small narrow path. Behind you is a wheeled something, scooter or bike, and then they're coming up behind you, but then coming up in front of you is a family of 3, 2 parents walking toward you, and 1 small toddler just running out in front of them a little bit. So you've got something wheeled behind you, a bike coming behind you, or scooter, and then
but she still like barks when she's excited. So I know that would freak a kid out, but
yeah.
someone else.
Okay.
Well, I think they're a food source.
I have one that thinks that too. So do you ever let her meet?
Yeah, so my roommate, she has older siblings, and they all have kids that are pretty young. They range from like 8 months all the way up to 8, so they're very active and playful. So she's around them enough where
Down.
when she sees it,
Down.
she really doesn't freak out. She like waxes. Feel like she really wants to play. It's just getting her, like, these aren't the people that we're with all the time, so you
Yeah.
can't just like run up to this child and try to play with them. But she really loves kids.
Good. All right. 4th scenario. How we act scenario 3. So you've got a bike or stroller coming behind you, but in front of you now you have a family of 4. You've got 2 parents, a young child in a stroller, and then one older child on a bicycle with like training wheels that are staying right by the parents. So you've got, like I said, bike or scooter behind you. I mean, you're gonna be an older person, so it's gonna be coming a lot quicker. There's a family of 4, 2 adults, 1 stroller, and 1 small bike going slower. So Madison, what would you do in that situation?
And one's coming from the front and the other from the back, you said?
So the family's coming at you, and the swifter, older person on the bike or scooter is coming behind you going faster.
If the people coming towards me are going slower, I would probably step off over to their side first to let the scooter go past, and then immediately get back in the other lane and just cookie bar with treats or one treat or whatever, and try to just walk her past with her hand right up against my hand.
Good. What about Austin?
Yeah. Not trust officers with people at all.
So I think I would,
Get out of the way of the bicycle first and keep him on that side.
and cookie bar or hand touch or something to keep his attention on me.
Okay. And he's pretty treat motivated, even when it's in when he's higher on the threshold scale. He still eats pretty well, doesn't he? That's good.
He can be over threshold
And still eat, or
and not eat.
Okay.
He did out of the Julie's
That one night when you had the
little bouncy thing that sang.
little donkey.
Oh,
Yeah, he
he's-
was over threshold.
Threshold. And no treats.
So if they go over threshold and they're not eating treats, and you gotta let the people or bike go by, what is your go-to?
Get his attention on me.
Cookie bar.
But if he's not taking treats.
Oh, if he's over.
He's over
threshold.
threshold and not taking treats.
I would have him do a shadow, go behind, and
Hopefully he goes fast enough that it won't last long. And he won't get a good look at him.
Okay. You could also do the Zen settle too, because he likes to play with you and follow you. So, what about Madison? What if she was over threshold? What would you do?
If there were like rocks or something around, I would probably have her start like jumping up on them or like step up on them. She also loves to high five, so I would probably just start like more tricks or
Yeah.
like I say boop and like she'll come and tap her
Yeah,
nose on my
nose.
but
Yeah.
something that like I know that she thinks is amazing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. All right. So we'll. You can. I want you to like act out one. I'll let you guys pick which one. So the last, there's 2 more. So next one is you're at a park with more wider trails, but like a trail like Medina Green. So where there's people, dogs, kids, very stimulating kind of in every direction, but they're spaced moderately apart. So they're not like not everybody's right on top of each other. So coming towards you is a runner with a large breed dog with pointed ears on a retractable leash.
Ooh.
And I say pointed ears because something about dogs with pointed ears gets dogs more reactive than like the floppy ears. So again, you're at a park with more wider trails, more stimulating. There's people, dogs, kids, kind of in every direction, but spaced moderately apart. Coming towards you is a runner with a large breed dog with pointy ears on a retractable leash. What would you do?
Me?
Whoever. Yeah, you can go first.
I would get off the trail
Have him shadow.
and then try to keep his attention on me.
Okay. Good. Train him for that.
Good boy.
How about you, Madison?
I would switch her sides to
Okay.
make sure that I'm in between her and the dog. And honestly, I would probably just keep walking, but just hold a treat out right in front of her face the whole time.
Good.
Her best friend has pointed ears, so
Oh. So
Thankfully,
it won't bother her.
thankfully that's the one thing that's not a trigger for her.
Good.
But
Good.
yeah, I would probably just try to keep her over here. Sorry, would you like a treat for that? Because I got my hand in front of me like I was going to do.
Good.
Again.
All right, last one. Okay, so same scenario, but you're in the same park, same scenario, with a loose dog that seems friendly, but not reading your dog's body language. So I'm gonna say, think of a doodle. That's very bouncy and just thinks that everything should love him, and not reading your dog's body language and saying, please don't come over here, please stay in my bubble. They don't have any type of understanding about what other dogs are telling them. What would you do in that situation?
Okay, I failed in this situation right before I moved out of the apartment. There was a girl who had her doodle off leash, and she was like, would not catch the dog, and I could not for the life of me get Layla to focus on me at all. So I just picked Layla up and walked away.
That's fine. That's not failing. That's not
very
failing.
nice to the girl that I just grabbed
No.
her and just walked away.
That's
Now
absolutely
she got
not
a doodle.
failing.
What do you expect?
Huh?
So she's got a doodle. What do you expect?
I know.
She's so smart.
I know.
I'm sorry. I've known some decent
No, that's
people.
not failing. Sometimes you have to. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, if you have a smaller dog, I mean, my pit bull is like 55 pounds, and there's been, I mean, I luckily haven't, but there's been times where I'm like, if I have to pick you up, we're gonna pick you up and we're just gonna head out of Dodge.
I think sometimes, especially if an off-leash dog is concerned, I have a tendency to just like reach down and pick her up because I don't trust
Right.
her at all, and I'm afraid that she'll just amplify the situation if she starts going berserk.
Yeah.
And if that dog gets close, I know that she's not gonna do well.
Yeah, wait, you have to be an advocate for your dog and do what's best for your dog. So if that includes picking them up and turning them around and walking away, that's what you have to do. What about you, Deb?
Number one, if the person didn't respond to catch her dog, he's probably gonna get pepper sprayed. I like my dog to do a go-between, like when they come between your legs.
Mm-hmm.
And if the other dog got too close, I just, after I had told her that he's reactive and not good with other dogs, and he still didn't do anything, he would get sprayed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No,
That's
I mean,
just crazy.
yeah. And you have to do what's best for your dog. And like I said, there's different severities of reactivity. So there was a loose dog at Julie's one time when I had Cash, and like he was reactive, like he wasn't coming towards us. I mean, obviously Cash wasn't gonna do anything, but still, like I didn't know what the dog was gonna do. I didn't want him to come attack Cash and me get in the middle of it. So I mean, Cash was staying back. I was throwing treats behind me. But then I was saying, tell them to go home, but you can also like throw treats at them, at least to get them to kind of disengage off of you and then get out of Dodge. And just because you've been through training and have these tools, there's going to be some instances that nothing's going to work. And that's fine. You're not failing. There's just sometimes that none of the tools are going to work because you're so close to the triggers and your dog's over threshold, and you just have to turn around and leave. Or get a distance far enough so then we can reset, get your dog kind of brought back down, and then start again. And if that happens, it happens.
I haven't heard about throwing treats to the other dog to like hopefully distract them.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a good idea. Well,
I mean, if they're not like having the intent of like harming you or your dog, and they're treat motivated, it's even if they're not, like it's kind of gonna get their attention because they're like, whoa, what's that, So, all right, so I wanna have you guys practice one of these scenarios and what would you do. So I'm gonna let you pick which scenario that you would like to practice on. First two was a small path, dog coming towards you, dog is bold, confident, front weight on the chest, second one is a small path. Coming behind you is a bike or scooter. Third one is a small path where the scooter bikes coming behind you, but a family of 3 is coming in front of you with a toddler kind of running around. 4 is the smaller path. The bike or scooter is coming behind you, but you have a family of 4 coming towards you. 1 with a stroller, 1 with a slow moving tricycle, and a toddler. The next one is the park with wide trails, but people, dogs, kids in every direction, spaced moderately apart. Coming towards you is a runner with a large breed dog and pointy ears on a retractable leash. And then number 6 was the loose dog coming at you but seems friendly. But it's off leash. Okay.
The scooter coming up from behind.
So you're in a small path. Coming behind you is a scooter, a wheeled. Okay. So we'll have
Get your dad to ride a bicycle.
which one are you gonna do?
The last one, the off-leash dog.
Off leash dog? Okay.
Could you run past? There's a lot of runners.
I can run fast.
Bicycles don't really bother her, but
But runners do?
well, I don't know if they like bother her, but
We'll find out. The bikes though, we'll find out if runners do. So.
He is a horse. What do you mean?
Okay. So we'll have you, I don't know, feel it halfway down. So do you want me to, move out of the way before I pass you? Or do you want to work on tools that you'll do like as a runner is passing her from behind?
yeah. I think like as I coming up from behind, like being able to just move her into a spot instead of having to like stop.
Okay. And I'll like run in place for a little bit so you get time to like, oh, there's a runner behind me, and you get time to like react. Okay, ready?
She got out of the way all by herself.
And that's the thing. The more you go in these instances and you do the same thing, your dog's gonna start normalizing those patterns as their new behaviors. You wanna try again? Nice job. Good job, Layla. Alright, Dad.
Okay. Come here. We're walking along, stupid dog comes up.
I'll
Get
bring
your
the
dog,
dogs.
get your dog.
Hang on, I'll bring the dog. Never mind, a doodle. A doodle? A doodle.
Okay, come on, here.
There's treats on the ground now for you. Tangled up.
I'm gonna reset, try again.
Yeah. Their back leg.
The tank, the horse tank. I'm a doodle.
Hey, Bookie. Hey, Bookie.
Oh, really? No, I want the puppy.
More food.
We're gonna get out of Dodge.
Okay, I'm gonna go back inside.
Good boy.
Okay. All right.
Okay, class.
We'll start the level 2 class. If you want to do a level 2 class, we'll start at this next Tuesday at I don't know, 6:30,
Can we go a little later?
7.
Because if I get a job,
I won't get off till 6.
if it's days. And if it's nights, well, orientation.
That'll work.
Will be
Everybody
days.
want to do it?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
I'll send out a list of courses.
Oh.
Children out of places.
Yeah, so we're going to be out and about in real life situations. So we can practice these scenarios in actual, hopefully not the least dog, but you never know.
You may get arrested.
Look at that crazy woman over there. Alright, good job. You're welcome. It's like a totally different dog than the first night. And we had to change location, so that's a lot. Oh, farm animals. That horse's head, I think, is as tall as you are.
Is that Dee or Opal? Maybe she's happy
He's
that.
in our backyard. My best friend has a vicinity, and he is just like anywhere and everywhere, so crazy. But she loves herding him in the backyard. He'll chase after this girl, and if he won't come inside, I'll say, "Layla, go get him." And she'll run and like start nipping at his ankles a little bit, bring him right back inside.
How funny.
It's been, like,
Have you ever tried a herding ball with her?
no, but I want to get
Yeah.
one so bad. I have never heard of them until just a couple weeks ago. Somebody at work had brought it up to me, but I do want to learn it.
Yeah.
She'd like it.
Oh.
All right, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good job.
Can I meet?
Yeah.
No. I didn't even think about that. I'll meet mine. Boy, I think he's got balls like you do.
Good boy, my man. Good boy, Austin. Good boy, Austin.
Oh, look at these things, wet paws.
Yeah, I jumped up in that water bucket to get a drink.